All right, here we go. So the video is going to be really short today. In fact, I'm just going to directly show you a couple of examples on the Delta Math work because it's just a quick addition of how we would work these problems when they're designed such that you have to use the calculator. All right, so the particle motion problems are commonly featured on the calculator active section of the exam, and here's what one might look like. A particle travels along the x-axis such that its velocity is given by v of t equals t squared times the cosine of 2t. What is the acceleration of the particle at the time t equals 2? You may use a calculator and round your answer to the nearest thousandths, so to the third place there. So there's a couple ways to do this problem. One is that you could actually just take the derivative yourself. Right? This wouldn't be the easiest derivative, but I'll show it just to kind of show you the hard way of doing this. If we have t squared times the cosine of 2t, well, this is going to be an example of the product rule because t squared and cosine of 2t are multiplied, and then also the chain rule because of the 2t inside of the cosine. So we'll use this as a quick opportunity to review. One way you could do this, I'll just call this like g of x here, right? You could take this derivative yourself. You could say, okay, g of x is the derivative of t squared is 2t, but I'm going to use x here instead. So 2x times the cosine of 2x, right? So f prime times g plus f t squared g prime. Okay, now the derivative of cosine is negative sine of 2x times the chain rule, right? I also need to multiply this by a 2. So we'd also need to multiply this by 2, right? And so this is, not the focus of today, which is why I've just kind of left this like it is. I just want to show you that you could do this by hand. You could take this derivative by hand, and sometimes you'll have to, right? And then we could type this in and say, okay, what is g of 2? G of 2, that should be the acceleration there. Now, I want to check this by just showing you one other way that you could have done this, even on the TI calculator. Like I said, I'm going to wait till closer till exam time to see whether or not we really need to focus on TI skills. Your TI calculator cannot actually come up with general derivatives. It can't take t squared cosine of 2t and do what I just did using the product rule and the chain rule. But it can evaluate derivatives at a point. And so if we just type in this original function, and you could do this on the TI calculator, f of x is equal to t squared, x squared, times the cosine of 2x. If we just type, and I'll get rid of this red one just so we can see this clearly. If this is our original function, your TI calculator can do this. You could just ask for f prime, I've actually never done this using just the iPad, there it is, f prime of x, right? Okay, so Desmos, right, so check this out. Desmos can actually do this. It can show you, yeah, it can take, and I did it right because those are the same graph. Desmos can actually take that derivative like that. Your TI can't, but your TI can do this. Your TI can evaluate f prime of 2 and get that exact same answer there. So I have a good guess which way people are going to go on this one. If you want a little practice in your board, feel free to take these derivatives by hand. Really important to start getting in the habit. On the AP exam, it is always, always, always to the thousandths place, to the third decimal place. However, you may either truncate or round on the AP exam. My guess here is that Desmos only takes rounding. So we'll get in the habit of rounding, and then closer to the AP exam, I'll be a little looser. But let's say here we're going to have 0.439. Oh, and then the next number is an 8 after a 9, so this is actually going to be 440. So let's hope this is right, so I don't have to go redo this whole video. Let's see, 3440, and we got it right. Yep, 3440. I just want to emphasize one more time on the AP exam, 3440 would count, and so would 3.439. You could either truncate, which means just to stop reading, or you could round. All right? So that's actually all for the video for today. They're not all going to be exactly as straightforward as that. You might have to play around a little bit, but as always, you get stuck, message me on GroupMe. I can help get you unstuck.